This is the Rane One Mk2, Rane's latest offering, and for me, the best Serato DJ controller on the market right now. Featuring a stunning white colorway, internal hardware effects, secondary pad buttons, precision field faders all around, motorized splatters, and a massive variety of stem controls including new modes, effects, and even dedicated buttons, the Rane One Mk2 at only $1,499 is blowing the competition away. So with a price point this unbelievably low, especially now in this economy with every DJ gear going up in price, it begs the question, how does the Mk2 compare to the DDJ Rev 7 and Rane Performer, which are both at $2,000? Well, simply put, the Mk2 isn't just a more budget-friendly alternative. It blends the best elements from its pricier counterparts into a controller that easily outperforms its price class. With the addition of internal hardware effects with 29 different effects, secondary pad buttons, which essentially serve as another set of primary pads with different modes, a much wider range of stem controls compared to the Performer and especially the Rev 7, the Mk2 certainly has its edge. So when you consider everything this unit offers, along with its lower price tag, for me, it stands out as a superior to the Rev 7. Even without central displays, its features provide way more functionality and usability. Plus, it's more durable and gives you more creative flexibility with its plethora of buttons and dedicated stem control modes and effects. Now if we compare it to the Performer, the three main practical differences are, it has central jog displays, it's a 4-channel controller with split stem mode, and it offers more inputs and outputs. But everything else is essentially the same. So with that in mind, if you need those extra features, the Performer is undeniably the more advanced controller to get. But if you're a more practical DJ like I am, and perfectly happy mixing on just 2 channels, the Rane One Mk2 is the ideal controller. Having said all that, with the Mk2, I can 100% say that Rane took the best of all worlds to create a worthy successor to its first controller. And for me, this actually may be Rane's best work ever. So if you want to get the Rane One Mk2 at the best price, along with other DJ gear, both brand new and pre-owned, the best place to shop is at Guitar Center for 3 simple reasons. Number 1, there's always a bunch of promos and sales going around. Number 2, they have the best after-sales service, so if anything goes wrong, your gear is covered. And number 3, their in-store DJ section is impressive and always getting better. You can try out your dream gear with everything already set up for hands-on demoing. So check the links down below for the best deal on the Rane One Mk2 and try it out yourself at your local Guitar Center. And with that said, let's dive deeper into the Rane One Mk2, starting with its 3 biggest new features: stem controls, internal effects, and the new pad mode buttons, which for me is its best new feature nobody's talking about. The Rane One Mk2 boasts a slew of stem controls, possibly the most of any controller currently in the market. With the Rane 1 coming out before the advent of instant stems, Rane truly went to town with its successor stem controls. Many modes featured on the Rane 4 and Rane Performer make a comeback, such as stems pad mode and the instant acapella and instrumental buttons. And those instant acapella and instrumental buttons can also be used to activate stems effects as well. The Mk2 also features 2 brand new stem modes. The first of these is Stem Roll mode, which allows you to apply a roll effect to different stem layers of your music. Next we have Stems Effects mode. This mode allows you to apply one of the 4 effects to a selected stem layer. So these are Echo Out, Roll Out, Breaker, and Delay. And finally, we have Stems Level EQ. This mode replaces your 3-band EQ with stems controls. Activating this, you can now increase or decrease each stem layer by simply twisting your EQ knobs.
This is the claw breaker. 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 This is the claw breaker.
One important thing to note about stems is that their quality depends on the type of track you're using. Since stem mixing involves extracting stems from your songs, if the original track sounds bad, the extracted acapellas and instrumentals will sound even worse. So it's crucial to use high quality tracks.
Put your hands up in the air. 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 Put your hands up in the air.
DJs typically use MP3 tracks, which can vary widely in quality. However, if you want to achieve the absolute best sound quality possible, WAV files are the ideal choice. This is because WAV files are uncompressed and lossless, which means they preserve all of the original data and produce the highest quality sound. And pro DJs download all their tracks from DJ record pools. And you can think of DJ record pools as huge libraries of music of all genres where DJs can download all the tracks they could ever need. And these high quality tracks can range from radio edits, to remixes, to instrumentals, to acapellas, and to tracks with extended intros and outros. And those types of tracks are the most important because most tracks you hear on Spotify and on the radio start immediately, making smooth mixing impossible. The ideal type of track you want is one that has an extended beat intro and an extended beat outro, because those extra beats at the start and end of the song will give you enough time to beat match and mix, and refer to those tracks as extended edits. So check the links down below for the best record pool deals right now and get a huge discount by using the coupon code DJCarlo when you sign up. And on that note, let's move on to the next major upgrade with the Rane One Mk2, the Dynamic Effects Suite. When the Rane 1 first came out, I was disappointed that it relied solely on software-based effects. And while Serato has a great selection of effects now, the truth is, I find hardware-based effects to be overall better. This is why I'm so happy that Rainmaker jumped in to create hardware-based effects with the Rane One Mk2. Just like the Rane Performer, the Mk2 features 29 amazing effects, such as Cyclone, Matrix, and Scale Down. Selecting an effect is easy as well. You simply need to scroll through the OLED display to find the right one. In addition to that, the Rane One Mk2 also features the familiar 6 quick access buttons in the middle, mimicking that of the Performer and 4. As with their 4-channeled siblings, the default settings are Echo, Recycler, Scale Down, Reverb, Matrix, and Echo Out. These buttons can also be reassigned to trigger any of the 29 included effects, all of whose parameters can be adjusted and saved via the OLED display to suit your preferences. Of course, if you prefer to use software-based effects, you can still easily switch to them at a touch of a button. Just like the Performer, the Mk2 also includes fader effects found in the Rane 70 8-track signature mixer. This includes fader filter, fader pitch, and so much more. Beyond these, you also have channel effects similar to those found in the Rane 4 and Rane Performer, and these include filter, filter roll, noise, and flanger. Personally, I welcome this variety as you can now apply different effects to your mixes instead of just one. Moving on to the performance pads. So Rane has kept the primary pad layout from the Rane 1's first iteration mostly intact, featuring a solid set of 8 RGB performance pads per deck. And above each of the primary pads, we have 5 distinct pad modes. These include Hot Cue, Save Loop, Roll, Sampler, and Stems, the latter of which replacing Slicer. On that note, the touch strip from the original Rane 1 has been replaced as well with something far more useful, secondary pad mode buttons. Located at the top right of each deck, these 5 buttons, including one labeled mode, unlock a surprising amount of control. So let's break it down. By default, these buttons are set to Hot Cue mode, but by pressing the mode button and any of the corresponding buttons, you can activate different modes for these same pads such as Hot Cue, S-Bank, Sampler, and Stems. And if you press mode once more and any of these buttons twice, you can also activate additional modes like Beat Jump, Stem Roll, Stem Effects, and A-Loop. This additional set of performance pads can be used in a variety of ways. Personally, I like keeping them on Beat Jump so I can play around with stems or effects using the primary pads. So instead of constantly switching between modes Like on previous controllers, this setup frees up your hands and creates a much more fluid dynamic workflow. Now, around each jog wheel, a few of the initial Rane 1's buttons have been switched around to accommodate all the new features. The slip and sensor buttons have been repurposed as acapella and instrumental buttons. Range and key lock have also been given their own dedicated button above the tempo fader. Slip mode and the jog wheel motor switch have been allotted to the former range and key lock button. And on the upper left, another new button has been added for sensor/silent cue and reverse. It's also worth mentioning that the Mark II now comes with a sampler level knob on the lower panel. Down in the center, we have the main mixer section. Other than the addition of the effects suite and a few additional buttons, not too much has changed with the Mark II's mixer section, so the knobs retain their premium feel and the paddle effects triggers are robust as ever. However, right below the mixer section, the volume faders have been given a much welcome update. So this unit now comes with Rane's precision feel faders like the ones found in the Performer. As with that unit, these faders can be customized to suit your preferences. This solves a major gripe I had with the Mark I, as that unit's volume faders couldn't be adjusted. With the dual rail system employed by the precision feel faders, I can confidently go nuts with the volume faders without worrying about breaking them. The Mark II also brings back other features of the precision feel faders launched on the Performer, including contour adjustment and reverse options. Below the volume faders, we see the return as well of Rane's Mk2 XF crossfader. Just like the volume faders, the crossfader tension can be adjusted and comes with a customizable contour as well as a reverse option. Now, just like the previous Rane units, adjusting each of the faders still requires you to remove the main faceplate. Moving on to the Rane 1 Mark II's most distinct feature, its motorized jog wheels, which feel just as sturdy and responsive as the Mark I's and Performers. The Rane 1 Mark II features two high-torque motorized platters for an accurate turntable feel and response. As with its predecessor, Rane delivered on the motorized jog wheel experience. The platters feel premium and weighted just like actual turntables, and the acrylic discs are smooth to the touch and feel sturdy enough to take on even the most technical routines. I also love that you can customize the acrylic discs with aftermarket products to make your Mark II truly unique. You can even swap out the default slip mats and washers with your own to fine-tune each platter's experience while scratching, unlike the Performer, which uses specialized slip mats. So with this level of customizability, I can honestly say I enjoy scratching on the Rane 1 Mark II more than on the Performer, simply because I can tailor both the feel and the look to my preference. Overall, I feel like Rane absolutely nailed the jog wheels on the Rane 1 Mark II with virtually everything I want nicely incorporated into this controller. Finally, as with all Rane's offerings, the Rane 1 Mark II offers a solid variety of outputs. It comes equipped with two sets of balanced XLR outputs for a master and booth, one set of RCAs for a second master, two RCA line and phone inputs for secondary decks, two sets of microphone inputs, two headphone jacks, and two Type-B USB ports for easy laptop crossover. With all these features packed into one compact unit with that insane price, I can 100% say that the Rane 1 Mark II is the best router controller currently in the market for me. From its comprehensive stem controls and secondary pad buttons, to its internal effects and robust white housing, Rane absolutely knocked it out of the park with this iteration. Plus with that price, you can't possibly go wrong. Now if you're looking for even more options, check out this video next.